All right, we're off to the Italian coast. We're going to a place where history isn't just something you read in a book. It's actually carved right into the stone. We're going to explore how a town's faith, its whole identity, and its soul can be seen in the walls of its churches.
Yeah, here in the seaside town of Mola di Bari, the story isn't hidden away in some dusty old archive. Nope, it's right out in the open, told in the beautiful, sun-bleached limestone of its most sacred buildings.
So, today we're going to take a little architectural journey to see how these churches, from the really big ones to the small, humble ones, tell us who this historic town really is.
So, picture this, a busy little port on Italy's Adriatic coast, just alive with the sounds of the sea. But woven right into the fabric of the town is this quieter story, a history of faith that has literally shaped its skyline for hundreds of years. You know, every town has a heart, a center of gravity, and in Mola di Bari, it's this magnificent church that is, without a doubt, its spiritual and architectural centerpiece.
And this is it, the Mother Church of San Nicola. This thing is way more than just a building. It's the town's anchor. I mean, imagine being a sailor coming back from sea. That bell tower was the first sign you were home. For everyone else, it's just the undeniable heart of the town.
And when you step inside, wow, the scale is just meant to inspire awe. Look at the layout. You've got 3 long aisles, or what we call naves, all pulling your eyes toward that elevated altar area. This isn't just architecture, folks. It's a statement. This was the town's center stage for faith, built on a truly massive scale.
Of course, a church like this didn't just appear overnight. It started with a really solid medieval foundation. But then, over the 17th and 18th centuries, it got a huge makeover. It was dressed up in that dramatic, elegant Baroque style, blending its ancient strength with a whole new sense of energy and light.
But hey, a town's story isn't only told in its biggest, grandest monuments, right? To really find its true character, we've got to explore the smaller, more intimate churches that are tucked away in the neighborhood streets.
So where did they go to worship? Where did the local artisans, the workers, the families of Mola find their spiritual home? Well, their story is found in a very different kind of church.
And this, right here, perfectly illustrates that idea. On the left, you see this simple, almost plain exterior of a local church. You could easily walk right past it. But on the right, you see what that simple exterior can hide, an interior that's just bursting with color, art, and centuries of devotion.
So let's do it. Let's take a quick walk through town and see a few of these incredible spaces that really make up this tapestry of local, everyday faith.
First step, the Chiesetta Madonna delle Grazie. Its totally unique circular shape really makes it stand out. This place wasn't for grand ceremonies. It was for quiet, personal prayers. The kind of sanctuary where a fisherman's wife might ask for a safe return, you know?
Next, we have the Church of the Purification. And the name itself says so much, doesn't it? It's all about renewal, about new beginnings. This was a space for reflection, for washing away the old and starting fresh.
And here's the Church of Sant'Antonio. Its simple, really balanced facade perfectly reflects what it is, a church of the people, deeply, deeply woven into the fabric of daily life.
Okay, so after seeing all these different places, what can we say is the architectural signature of Mola di Bari? What's the one thing that connects all these buildings?
Well, the biggest clue comes down to a single number, 1. Almost every church we've seen, besides that grandmother church, has a single open hall, a single nave. Now, this wasn't about saving money. It was a deliberate choice to create this shared, intimate space where the community could gather together as one.
And all across town, you can actually see this beautiful transition in the stone itself. The journey starts with that simple, functional, solid medieval style and just blossoms into the decorative richness of the Baroque with its fancy stucco, gilded details, and dramatic use of light.
So here it is, the DNA of Mola's churches, all laid out. It's that local limestone that just seems to glow in the sun. It's the dominance of that intimate single-nave design. It's that whole town's journey from medieval strength to Baroque elegance. And then, of course, you've got the mother church, which is the grand exception that proves the rule.
But let's be really clear about something. These places aren't just historical artifacts. They're not museum pieces. They are part of something that is very much alive.
To step inside one of these is to do so much more than just admire architecture. It really is an immersive journey. You can feel the history in the cool stone, you can see it in the way the light falls, and you connect with centuries of faith that are still practiced there today.
And this really brings us to the most important takeaway. These sacred spaces are not just monuments sitting in the town. As the source material puts it so perfectly, they are deeply woven into the rhythm of the town. In a very real way, they are its heartbeat.
So, the next time you walk through your own town or your own city, take a closer look. Because as Mola di Bari shows us, our buildings are always telling the story. The only question is, are we listening?